Good evening, all of you. This is M. Murali Krishna, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Chebroolu Engineering College. Today, I am told about lathe operations in production technology, one subject. So, in this production technology, we are using the different types of lathe machines. In that lathe machine, we are performing different operations. We are taking one lathe machine. In that one lathe machine, we are performing so many operations we should perform on that lathe machine. So, what are they? We will discuss today. So, these are the different operations on the lathe machine. It is turning, facing, parting, form turning, groove turning, drilling, boring, knurling, thread cutting, taper turning. So, these are the so many different operations should perform on the lathe machine. So, we have so many lathe machines are available in nowadays, but we are using and we are performing different operations in one machine. So, in our work requirement, the size and shape of the lathe machine, type of lathe machine should require on the lathe operations. Suppose we will done 2 or more operations in one workpiece. We are using different lathe machines. So, in that procedure, we are performing different operations in different machines. So, in one lathe machine, we are performing turning operation, facing operation, parting, form turning, groove turning, drilling, boring, knurling. So, these are all different operations should perform on the different lathe machines. So, these are the main operations are performed in the lathe machine. You can see what are the operations it is. You can see the diagrams, that is facing, taper turning, contour turning, form turning, chamfering, cut off, threading, boring, drilling and knurling. So, you can see that facing means to remove the material from the faces of that workpiece by using layer by layer removal or chip removal. The material should be removed on that workpiece. So, that is the facing operation. And taper turning. So, one end of the workpiece it should be tapered. So, the end position of the workpiece should be small diameter and the middle one or end of the workpiece should be some compared to end of the workpiece, it should be some larger size of that workpiece. So, that is the taper turning, it should be tapered. So, that is also performing in material should be removed at chip removal or layer by layer removal should be occurring on that operation. And contour turning. So, the contour shape we are requiring on the workpieces. So, different contour shapes, what type of contour we are getting, what type of operation, what type of product we are developed on that machine, that type of shape should be maintained. So, that is the contour turning. And form turning it is also compared to the, it is similar to the contour turning. So, and chamfering means the end of the workpieces, should be small tapered. It should be either 1 mm or 2 mm thickness, 1 mm or 2 mm chamfering is maintained on the workpieces. And cut off. So, cut off means it should like grooves. We are taking shafts, in that shafts the grooves are occurred. So, in that middle position are occur, end of the positions the grooves are occurred. So, that is the cut off position, it should like grooves. And threading. So, the threading operation is in nowadays we are so many places and so many industries, so many householding devices, so many factories, we are using the threaded bolts and nuts. So in the threading operation also performed on the lathe machine, and boring operation. So boring is also performed on the lathe machine, and a drilling operation to drill the holes, on the workpieces, either flat surface workpieces or circular surface workpieces or cylindrical surface workpieces, or any type of object we are taking in that lathe machine, we should perform the drilling operation and knurling operation. So in that knurling operation we are using to maintain the grip, to maintain the stresses, and to develop the stiffness of the objects. So in that knurling operations is also performed on the lathe machine. So these are the different operations is performed on the different lathe machines. So in that lathe machine operation condition it is, so these are the three main things we should maintain the lathe machine. So it is speed, feed, depth of cut. How much amount of speed should be maintained on that lathe machine, how much amount of feed rate should be maintained, how much amount of depth of cut it should be maintained, 1 mm layer or removal, 2 mm layer removal, 3 mm layer, how much amount of depth of cut should be maintained on that lathe machine. So these are the three main things are performed in the lathe machine operations. So in the type of material, in the type of workpiece, the speed should be changed, and feed rate is also changed, type of workpiece, type of material using, type of lathe machine, the feed rate is also changing, and the depth of cut, what type of operation should perform, what type of product we are getting. So the depth of cut is also changing in that lathe machine operations. So what is facing? Facing is the process of removing metal from the end of a workpiece to produce a flat surface. Most often the workpiece is cylindrical, but using a four-jaw chuck you can face rectangular or odd shaped work to form cubes and other non-cylindrical shapes. So the facing is the process of removing metal from the end of the workpiece. So ends of the workpiece, the material should be removing. Suppose we are taking one raw material, in that raw material it should perform, suppose for example I am taking one raw material, it should be, the raw material should be converted into a one shaft of the product. So in that shaft the surfaces and the faces of the shaft should be very irregular position, irregular shapes are occurred. So in that irregular shapes, irregular positions it should be removing. So in that process the facing is how much amount of shaft we are getting. So the depth of cut should be maintained, the speed should be maintained, the feed rate should be maintained. So these steps we are taking, and to maintain the shaft should be produced. So how much amount of speed we are requiring, the type of material, based on type of material, type of lathe machine we are taking. So the speed rate is maintained, feed rate is also maintained. So in that phases, so the material should be removed by using the layer by layer or chips. Chips should be removing the material from the workpiece. So that is the facing operation. So in that facing operation, it is the process of facing. The step 1 is preparing for the facing cut. So first we are taking the raw material or any object we are taking. So to prepare the cutting operation on that facing cut of the workpiece. And step 2, beginning the facing cut. So if the workpiece should be taking, and to fix the lathe machine in that jaws. Suppose we are taking three jaws, 3-jaw chuck and 4-jaw chucks are 3-jaw chucks and 4-jaw chucks are used to fit that workpiece. So these chucks are to hold the workpiece. And the roughing cut, step 3 is the roughing cut. So it should be, the roughness of the surface should be cleaning. First of all the roughness should be cleaning. It should be removed at by using chips, or the material should be removed at layers. So that is the roughing cut. And fourth one is cutting on the return pass. So and the fourth one is the step 3 should be cutting. The roughing cut should be completed after we are cutting the return pass. The return pass means another layer should be removed on that workpiece. And finally the finishing cut. So the finishing cut means it should be the cutting tool should move that workpiece is very small speed, feed rate. So in that very small feed rate the cutting tool should be moving, so high amount of finishing we are getting on that workpiece. So that is the process of facing. So you can see the diagram, it is a 3-jaw chuck. In that 3-jaw chuck the workpiece should be the cylindrical shaft. He is taking a cylindrical shaft. In that cylindrical shaft he is fixing a 3-jaw chuck on that lathe machine. So checking the workpiece, a workpiece such as this which is relatively short compared to its diameter is stiff enough that we can safely turn it in the 3-jaw chuck without supporting the free end of the work. So without any supporting the one end of the workpiece. So one end of the workpiece should be fixing on the 3-jaw chuck and another end is freely free space on that another end of that workpiece. So for longer workpieces we would need to face and center drill the free end and use a dead or live center in the tailstock to support the workpiece. So suppose for example he is taking a longer shaft, suppose he is taking a 4 meter shaft, 3 meter shaft or 2 meters or 5 meters. Suppose he is taking a longer shaft. So in that longer shaft we should not fix at only one end of that shaft. We should fix the two ends of the shaft. So in the two ends should be fixing at the live center and dead center. So the two ends should be fixing at headstock and tailstock by using the live center and dead center of the lathe machine. So in these two headstock and tailstock fixing the shaft, the operation should be performed on the workpiece. So that is the checking of the workpiece. And preparing for the facing cut, make sure that the compound is not all that way at the end of its travel towards the check. It means the layer by layer the material should be removed. Constant speed we are requiring and feed rate we are requiring. In that feed rate we are maintaining a high amount of surface finishing, high amount of facing should occur on that workpiece. So that is the facing operation. So this is the, you can see the diagram, this is the beginning of the facing cut. So the facing operation should be done in this way. It should be removed the material at layer by layer or by using chips removal. That is the facing cut operation. And next one is turning operation. So in the turning operation we are using different types of turning operations: step turning, taper turning, counter bore turning, counter bore operation, counter sink operations. These are the different turning operations, different turning workpieces we are performing on the based upon our work requirement. So use the compound turning is the removal of metal from that outer diameter of a rotating cylindrical workpiece. Turning is used to reduce the diameter of the workpiece, usually to a specified dimension and to produce a smooth finish on that metal. Often the workpiece will be turned so that adjacent sections have different diameters. So in the turning operation, so the material should be removed at layer by layer or step by step procedure of the chips removal. So in the turning operation you can see the diagram. So there is a chips removal, the material should be removed at chips removal. So this is the workpiece and this is the turning tool, means cutting tool, and the shaft, the workpiece should be rotated. This is the rotation direction. So the turning is the removal of metal from the outer diameter of a rotational cylindrical shaft of the workpiece, So the material should be removed at the outer diameter. Suppose we are taking one cylindrical shaft. In that shaft, one end of the material should be removing. So the diameter of the shaft should be the one end of the diameter should be decreasing by using the cutting operation or removing the metal. So that is the turning operation, and we are getting a surface finishing, the smooth surface finishing we are occurred on that workpiece. So in that metal, often the workpiece will be turned so that adjacent sections have different diameters. So it has one end of the diameter is different, and another end of the diameter should be different. Why? Because the turning operation is performed on that lathe machine. So what is the process of turning? First one, checking that workpiece. So what type of workpiece we are taking, so that workpiece should be fixed on that lathe chuck. So in that chuck we are using 3-jaw chuck, 4-jaw chuck, different type of chucks should be using. So in that chuck, first we should fix on that, first we should fix the workpiece on that chuck, and second one, adjacent the tool bit. So to adjust the tool bit, so the type of material we are taking the different type of tool bits. What type of material, the what type of workpiece should getting on that at operation, the it should compare to the cutting tool should be taken on that lathe machine. And the step 3 is turning with the hand feed. So turning with the hand feed, so to power on that position, the shaft should be rotated. So the hand feed, so how much amount of feed rate we are getting, how much amount of speed we are getting, so that is the hand feed. And turning with the power feed, how much amount of power should giving, how much amount of speed rate is giving, so that is the turning with power feed. And measuring the diameter, and measuring the diameter, what type of how much amount of diameter of shaft we are taking, and finally how much amount of turning operation diameter we are getting. So that is the measuring diameter by using the different micrometers and vernier calipers. So these are the different measuring diameter equipments. And checking the workpiece, so this is the checking the workpiece. In that checks, the workpiece should be fixed on that check. A workpiece such as this is, which is relatively short compared to its diameter, is stiff enough that we can safely turn it into the 3-jaw chuck without supporting the free end of that work. So one end of the shaft should be free end. For longer workpieces, we should need to face and center drill the free end and use a dead or live center in the tailstock to support the workpiece. So the two ends, the one end is fixed in the headstock and the another end is fixed in the tailstock position. So that is the checking the workpiece. And next one, drilling operation. So drilling, in nowadays the drilling operation is we are using so many drilling operations. Frequently holes will need to be drilled using the lathe before, and other internal operations can be completed such as boring, reaming and tapping. Although the lathe is not a drilling machine, so it is not a drilling machine, and the time and effort are saved by using the lathe for drill operation instead of changing the work to another machine. So drilling is also a metal removal process. So it should perform different type of holes, different sizes of holes should perform on the drilling operation by using the material removal on that workpiece. So drilling is not a lathe machine operation, it has separate drilling machine, and drilling machine equipments are available. It should not perform small kind of drilling operations on that lathe machine. So any typical drilling operations or complicated drilling operation should perform on the lathe machine. It is the drilling operation. What is the process of drilling? Preparing to drill. preparing to drill. So what type of material we are taking, what type of workpiece should be taking, where we place that hole, where we place that drill, it is the end of the tool bit or end of the plate or end, center of the shaft, how where we are making a hole on that workpiece. So we should mark the hole on that workpiece. So that is the preparing to drill. And cutting fluid, so it is also a very important, the coolant and the cutting fluid. So we are using the different type of cutting fluids, water, oils, these are the cutting fluids. And center drill, so suppose we are making a center drill, so to mark the center position of that workpiece and to arrange the headstock and tailstock and to arrange the cutting tool of that lathe machine. So drilling the hole, so after setup we will drill a hole on that workpiece, measuring the drilling depth, how much amount of depth we should maintaining on the drilling machine. So the drilling hole should be calculated, that is the drilling depth. So this is the step 1 operation of the preparing to drill. Before drilling you need to make sure that the drill chuck is firmly seated in the tailstock. Lock the tailstock to the base. When thrust and chuck firmly back towards the tailstock to firmly seat the arbor in the most taper of the tailstock. What he is told is, after fixing the workpiece on that headstock spindle or chucks, so the tailstock should be made, the tailstock spindle, we will fix a drill bit on the tailstock. So in the drill bit we should lock the, you can see the diagram, we should lock the two ways, we should lock the cutting tool and the workpieces of the two checks of the drilling on that lathe machine. So the slide the tailstock along the base until the tip of the center drill is about 1/4 from the end of the workpiece and tighten the tailstock clamp knot. So to tighten the workpiece and tighten the cutting tool of that drill check. So these are the process completion to make a hole on that workpiece. So by this is the drilling operation. And what is taper turning? So an operation performed on a lathe machine that feeds a tool at an angle to the length of the workpiece in order to create a conical shape. So a conical shape should be performed on that workpiece. It is the taper turning operation. This taper operation has wide range of use in construction of machines. Almost all machine spindles have taper holes which receive taper shock of various tools and work holding devices. So in this taper turning operation and taper turning workpieces widely we are using in the nowadays, our industries or work holding devices or any operations we are using the taper turning products. In the taper turning products it is a conical shape. So in that conical shape the one end of the shaft should be smaller diameter and another end of the shaft should be a large diameter. So it is the angle of inclination is occurred on the taper turning operation. And method of taper turning. So by the method 1 is by the help of forming tool, and the step 2 is by setting over the tailstock center, by swiveling the compound rest, by taper turning attachment. So these are the 4 steps are taking to develop a taper turning on that product. So by the help of forming tool. So what is the forming tool we are getting to develop the forming tool on that lathe machine? And by setting over the tailstock center. So the tailstock center and headstock spindle should be maintained at the lathe machine. And by swiveling the compound test, the swiveling operation and swiveling the compound rest, we are arrange the lathe machine by a taper turning attachment. So in the taper turning attachment the cutting tool should be moving at some angle of inclination, that is the taper turning attachment in the taper turning operation. So you can see the diagram, that is the taper turning operation. The cutting tool should be moving some angle of inclination. So the material should be removed by using the chips, or layer by layer should be removing the material on the workpiece. That is the taper turning operation. Simultaneous longitudinal and cross feeds. So it should occur cross feeds. So the cross feed means the angle of inclination is occurred on the taper turning operation. And form turning. So in that form turning, you can see the 2D diagram. So this is the shaft on that form turning lathe operation. So in that shaft, the cutting tool, it is the cutting tool. So what is the diameter of the shaft, and how much amount of form we are getting on that workpiece? It should be removing material from the layer by layer. So that is the form turning operation. So it is suppose the fillet is occurring on that turning operation. So that is the form turning. And parting. So in that parting means one groove, one straight groove. So what is the difference between the form turning and parting means? So the form turning has some fillet operation is occurred in the fillet shape is occurred in the workpiece. So in the parting has a groove is occurred in the workpiece. So that is the difference between the form turning and parting. So this is the diameter of the parting, this is the diameter of the shaft. So in that shaft, it is the parting operation. So depth of cut should be maintained. It is the center position of the workpiece, or any end of the shaft, or any middle of the shaft. So the parting is placing in the workpiece on that lathe machine. And groove turning. So grooves are placing on the turning operation. Suppose the middle of the shaft, or in middle of the shaft, or some one end of the shaft should be maintaining some length of the shaft should be taking. The groove turning is also occurred. So it is like parting, but it not two part, stop before it cut. So it is not a two part, it should be stop before it cut. So that is the groove turning operations. In the grooves are placing in the shaft on that lathe machines. So boring operation, to enlarge in the pre-existing holes. So in the drilling, first we are making a drilling operations on that shaft. Suppose some depth of cut should be maintaining on that drilling operation. So pre-existing hole, so to enlarge the holes on that drilling operation, to enlarge the holes by using the boring tool bit, to enlarge the holes, the material should be removed at layer by layer, or step by step operation. So that is the boring operation on the lathe machine. And knurling operation, it is chipless operation, permanent deformation. So it is the chipless operation, and it is a permanent deformation is occurred in the lathe machine operation. So in that knurling machine has a knurling tool bit is very important to take and to develop a knurling shape on that workpiece. So you can see that 2D diagram. So this is the speed rate and this is the workpiece. So in this position it is the knurling position, and it is the knurling roller. So knurling tool bit should be taking to develop a knurling on that shaft. So that is the knurling operation is performed on the lathe machine. And thread cutting. So nowadays we are using different thread cutting operations in lathe machines. So the threading should be developed, and CNC machines the threading should be developed. So to making thread type cutting. So in the thread type cutting, one screw is placed on that thread cutting. So the diameter of the shaft and feed rate should be maintaining. So the thread cutting shape should be cutted on the workpiece on that lathe machine. So thank you guys, thank you.